By relying too much on past experience and what was familiar to us can make you far more susceptible to what we call the three deaths of the modern leader. So let's take a look at those. So death number one, self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is when we get in our own way and sacrifice our long-term success in order to maintain our short-term comfort. Self-sabotage can come in many shapes and forms. It can be a desire to not acknowledge a change or a problem and maintain the course, or it can be ignoring the problem and hope that it goes away. It can also be a reliance on your comfort zone or your experience and a desire to stick to what you know and prioritize your short-term comfort. So self-sabotage commonly presents as procrastination and protecting your comfort zone. Self-preservation. Now, we typically think of self-preservation as an absolute good. I need to protect myself from risk and harm, but not just for me, but for those who depend and rely on me. While it's very true that we shouldn't put ourselves into harm's way and take unnecessary risks, we need to see self-preservation less as a primary objective and more as existing on a spectrum. On the beneficial side of the spectrum, we have actions like self-care, risk mitigation, and preserving our feelings of safety and security. But on the negative side of the spectrum, we have actions like being selfish, apathetic towards others, avoiding risks, and saving face. When it comes to leadership, it's critical to find a balance with self-preservation. You need to be sure that you can take care of your personal and financial future. But on the other hand, as a leader, you need to be willing to take risks, be wrong, make mistakes, have hard conversations, accept blame, and make unpopular decisions. Now, self-preservation commonly presents as a preoccupation with approval or making popular decisions. Micromanagement. Now, according to the book, My Way or the Highway, the Micromanagement Survival Guide by Harry Chambers, 79% of people have experienced micromanagement in their jobs. 85% said micromanagement negatively impacted their morale. And a shocking 91% of managers are unaware that employees are changing jobs because of micromanagement styles and behavior. When bosses and managers feel out of their depth, it creates a need to scrutinize and inspect everything the team does. If they can't handle the pressure and responsibilities, then they project those feelings onto their staff. So this comes from a lack of trust in one's ability to delegate, causing a need for control. Basically, being comfortable with doing the work and not comfortable with empowering others to do the work. So to ensure the work gets done right, they need to constantly monitor the work or do the work themselves. Now, micromanagement commonly presents as a lack of trust and a need to constantly supervise employees. The micromanager sees the problems as if they can't trust their staff. They see it as a staffing issue, that the staff are incompetent or not motivated or not trustworthy. But the reality is, micromanagement actually comes from a lack of self-confidence in their ability to empower and lead their team. It's easier to process our insecurities outward rather than accept them and deal them inward. Now, the main cause of the three deaths are when we do not feel confident in our ability to lead, when we do not trust our ability to handle what's in front of us, especially the new and unfamiliar. This causes us to overly rely on our experiences, our comfort zone, to only make popular decisions, to ensure we save face, to seek complete control, or to do the work ourselves.